it's the beginner crafter. Welcome to another Crochet Crafts Tube video. It's been a long while because I was on holiday and actually I got to travel more than I had expected, so I didn't have as much time to do things, record things, and edit things, and I've had problems with editing and filming things, so I had recorded a few videos, but I wasn't able to upload them because either the camera that I use, well, it's my phone, but the camera in this phone just acts up and it records videos like in a vertical way suddenly, and it's not a huge problem with floss tube or crochet tube videos because I can re-record them if I notice that something was wrong. But with, for example, the Happy Planner videos, then it's a real problem because I can't redo what I already, stuck in there. And also I've had a lot of trouble just getting the files from the phone to the computer so that I could edit them. And I think 3 videos were supposed to go up and didn't because of all those technical issues. So I decided to stop doing Happy Planner videos, the Plan With Me's, because it just doesn't make sense. I get frustrated, I get annoyed, and that's not what it's supposed to be like. So I'll just be putting the floss tube and the crochet and crafts tube videos every week, most possibly on Tuesdays, and be done with that, because those 2 I should be able to have easily done, have the time to record them, edit them, send the files wherever they need to go. I may open a new channel for like planning in Happy Planner or maybe bullet journaling, but I think it will be a new channel just because then I won't like mess up the uploading schedule. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not a big problem. But on this channel, I would prefer to keep it clean and go back to basics. Go back to what I started with, actually. So yeah, cross stitching and then crocheting and other things like that. So yeah, welcome after a break. Sorry for such a long intro, but I needed to spill things out a little bit and rant. So what have I got for you? Well, not a lot. Like I said, I've been traveling a lot, and especially with crochet and crafts, I don't usually take those things with me. So I only was able to work when I was at home, and that wasn't much. But I've started a new crochet project, and that's a blanket for my cousin's wife because they're expecting a baby and it's supposed to be a girl. So I'm doing the blanket inspired by called the Midwife show. And this is the second blanket that I did like that. Well, I haven't finished this one yet, but I had made a blanket like that a few years ago when my friend was expecting a baby. And this time it goes so much quicker. I don't know if it's because the yarn is a little thicker and that's why it just builds up faster. But I think it's mainly due to progress that I've made in crocheting. It just really takes me much less time to crochet everything. I can see easier where I've made a mistake, if I made any mistakes, because I already know how things work. So this works very, very quickly, and I'm very happy about it. I do have some time before the baby is due, but I'm also thinking about making another blanket for the baby, so I would like to have this one finished. I'm using the yarn that I had for a year. For over a year. It was in the Crochet Society box, and it was like this pandemic box. I think it was number 11. It was a huge box with I think 8 balls of yarn, and usually there are 2 or 3. And yeah, this had like pastel colors. So I'm using this yarn because until now I never had much use for it, and there it is. There's a new baby, and I can make it for the baby because those colors actually work great for babies. So that's what I'm using. A delicate pink, which kind of looks live, like on the peach or salmon side, and a bit more intense pink. At first I was wondering how to join those 2 colors, where to make the join, and I decided that those darker panels will not go to this part, because the repeat is from this row to this row, including those like columns with breaks in between them. But I decided not to do that and just make it like an inside, more of an inside panel. And I think I'm somewhere in the middle, because there will be 11 rows according to the pattern, 11 rows, and I've got 5 and a bit, so I'm almost in half of the number of rows. And then I'm going to make a border. So because the number of rows is odd, the blanket will begin with this light pink and finish with light pink. So I'm thinking about using the darker pink for the border, and that will sort of make me use both colors more or less in the same amount. And I know that I wouldn't be able to use just 1 ball of yarn for all that blanket, and I was actually afraid at some point that I would have to use 3, and then what? If the number of rows is 11, it doesn't divide between the 3. I mean, I could go with, you know, use 1 color for the border as well, but it didn't have that much of a zing to it, that idea, so I just stuck to that. And one more thing that I did was this, a stitch marker. I've made 2 actually, so I'm using 1 already in here. Both are blue, just this one is with a white or cream ball, and the other is just blue. I'm still not an expert at making them. I feel like there's something missing because I decided to make them from memory and not look at YouTube, for example, on how things are done. So it works really well, but I think there's still room for improvement. So I'll try make more of these, because why not? And yeah, that's all I have. I haven't worked on anything else. I'm using my yarn sort of stash busting before moving out. Either I will have that box to throw away or keep it and just be able to put other yarn into it so that it's easier to carry. So there's hope for that. I was looking for the yarn for my knitted scarf, but I have 3 other shades, one of which I don't really remember buying. I mean, choosing that shade, but okay. So I will have to order yarn to continue the scarf. I put the needle book somewhere that needs finishing, and I put it somewhere. I will find it one day and finish it, and then I'll show you. But for now, these things are all I have. The blanket and the crochet or knitting actually as well, stitch markers, so that, for example, you can block the thread like this, and when you go back to crocheting, you just put your hook in the loop here and off you go. You don't have to worry that it will all unravel. So I've made some of those. I guess I will have to make myself or buy myself a box where I would keep all the stitch markers, because I have a lot of them. I've been getting a lot of them from Crochet Society boxes, and I leave them in the boxes always, so I guess I could have like a place to store them. They get useful, not just one per project, but sometimes you actually need to mark something with a stitch marker, so they are kind of useful. Actually, I'm still waiting for a box from this month. They did write a message that it was going to be late because of some issues, most probably pandemic related, but I haven't got it yet, and it's the end of the month, so that's a bit scary. But yeah, I hope everything will be fine and I will get the box. And maybe next time I'll be able to make an unboxing for you, if it still takes a little bit of the time to do that. Okay, if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. Leave a comment if you want to write something, whether something you liked or you didn't. Consider subscribing to the channel. It's going to be much cleaner now because it's just going to be Crochet Crafts Tube and cross stitching, so floss tube, so much less different topics than it used to be. And thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!